Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about the benefits of a strong default mode network and your mental health. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. All right, so this title got me a little iffy thinking about, okay, how do you have a strong default mode network and how does it actually connect to your mental health? Which in the beginning didn't make sense to me, but then as I thought more about it and as you'll hear me talk about it, it'll make complete sense. But let's go ahead and start off with what just mental health is, right? We want a broad umbrella, and then eventually we'll narrow down into the granularity of the subject matter. Your mental health is essentially what is the current status of your mind, right? So that's how I see it. And usually you can just ask yourself a status update, right? Okay, brain, how do you feel, right? How do you feel? How do you think? And then your brain will tell you exactly, oh, I feel tired, or I feel upset, or I feel happy. You know what I'm saying? All the different emotions that you experience. And nowadays it's becoming a situational pandemic as well. With the other pandemic occurring, what ended up happening was people were isolated, their mental health got out of whack, they're just consuming a lot of social media, and they're consuming a lot of content, and they realize how inadequate they are because, again, what is the internet? A lot of times it's just our highlight reel of our life, right? All the good memories that we've had, we put it up, but then they're just so concentrated, so other people, when they see it, then they're just like, okay, I haven't accomplished anything, and so your mental health goes down the drain. Cool. Let's get that understanding first, right? So your mental health is essentially how you think about yourself, what do you think about the world, and in general, what is your state of being? And then now let's talk about your default mode. Your default mode is essentially all the pathways that you've created over time, whether they be good or bad. And you can think about it from the perspective of, okay, every single behavior that you do or habits that you have are part of a default mode, right? So if you know how to tie your shoe the moment you wear your shoe, what did you do? You trained your default mode to be able to tie a shoe more efficiently, less energy requirements. But if it's something new to you, then it's going to be a little bit of struggle. So your default mode is not fully activated, not fully rewired. And I want you to imagine as if like a wiring. Your whole body has a circuitry of nerves. I think of nerves as electrical outlets, electrical cords, extension cords, all going every single part of your body. Every single one of your cells, 50 to 100 trillion cells, have some sort of connection to your nervous system. And your nervous system has to get more optimized and efficient every time it does something so that it doesn't waste energy. Your body's currency is energy, ATP. So we want to leverage that ability to make sure that when we use our default mode, it's always highly efficient. Which is why a lot of times you might be thinking like, I want to accomplish X, Y, Z, but I always end up doing A, B, C. Right? Why is that? Because you're trained yourself to do ABC more efficiently, so it's always going to revert back to it. Right? Whenever there's some sort of painful experience, you're going to revert back to it. Whenever there's a pleasurable experience, then you might want to revert to it because it's more pleasurable than the alternative. Remember, humans chase pleasure and we avoid pain. We're always doing that. So understanding that and understanding mental health, how do we actually create a strong DMN? You technically have strong DMN right now. Now, is it serving you? Then that's a different story, right? So then let's talk about how do we actually leverage the DMN now. In a lot of my other videos, which I'll probably put up here, you'll be able to see what the RAS is, the reticular activating system. This is a part of our brain that always, always, always focuses on you. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the camera? Are you focusing, well, I'm focusing on the camera, but in real life when you're walking or you're in your room right now, what are you focusing on? Your computer, your microwave, your bathroom, your kitchen, right? What are you focusing on? That is selective focus. Based on who you are as you live your life, whether it be your profession or what you do, your focus will change, right? If you are a businessman, when you look around the world, you're gonna be seeing things from a business perspective, right? Okay, what are the costs? What are the expenses? What are the profits? Signage of a storefront. But if you're a mother, what are you gonna be thinking about? You're not gonna be thinking about all that stuff. You're gonna be thinking about other children. You're gonna think about your child, their clothing, the tools they have, their education, et cetera, right? Different thoughts for different types of people. So that's where your selective focus comes in. That's where your RAS gets activated. And then you decide based on that what actions and behaviors you'll take. right? So if you're a businessman, you want to increase your profits, then you're going to be thinking about sales. You're going to be thinking about exactly how do I increase sales, increase revenue, so I can increase the profit per unit, right? That's just one example. And so your default mode of thinking like that is going to be adjusted. All right, I went from the medical world to the business world, well, technology, software technology world. And so I had to shift my RES completely. You know, granted, there is a little bit of technology in medicine, but it's very, very like still old school. And I'm sure it's going to get better over time, but that was the world. But when I came into technology, now I'm in the world of software development, understanding how engineers and developers and designers create these products, and product managers handle these products so that way customers can get the best experience possible. And that's what my DMN has been strengthened to. So for the last few years, I've been in the software development world, which many of you already know. And if you want to go ahead and experience Hablis, this is what I've been working on as well, taking the medicine aspect and leveraging and putting it into software, which is what my game plan is. But for your case right now is going to be the fact that you want to leverage your DMN to actually build strong mental health habits. What does that mean? That means, okay, are you grateful for your day? Are you appreciative? Are you content? Are you equanimous, right? So mental health is essentially a spectrum of being from bad to good. And so you live within this continuous spectrum all day long, and you will shuffle between back and forth, but it's up to you how you bounce back. If you're in a negative mental headspace, does that mean that you have to live there? Does that mean you have to be there? Not really. You decide. So your DMN might just be fixated on the negative aspect of it. Vice versa, you can use your RES to selectively focus on some good things in your life. What are you grateful for? Which people in your life make you really grateful, right? Maybe your job makes you feel grateful. Maybe your parents, maybe your siblings, maybe your partner or your spouse, your kids. You get what I'm saying? So some things make you grateful. Thinking about that will fine tune you, change the antenna signal of your mental health to the direction that you want to go. And over time, obviously, then your DMN is going to get strengthened, and you're going to be thinking about that more often than the negative side. So you can definitely leverage it for a strong DMN for your mental health. With that being said, guys, hopefully that made sense to you. I want each of you to have a good, strong, mental, healthy way of thinking about things, because again, you will not achieve what you want to achieve if you are in a negative headspace. We need to be in a positive headspace. It's just a natural reality for us to grow. You don't see a tree or a plant, thinking negative thoughts and growing. No, it has to think like, yeah, I can grow taller. I can grow taller. Sunflower goes from 0 inches to feet, right? They just sprout up because they have an intention, they have a goal. Their default mode network is wired for positivity to grow to the sky. Cool. Other than that, give me a like, letting me know you liked the video. If you did not like the video, give me a dislike, letting me know why you disliked the video in the comments below. If you will go ahead and see that subscribe button, if you want to click on it or tap on it, smash it, whatever you want to call it, go ahead and do that, letting me know that you like my videos, and it makes me more inspired to keep going. And then there's also a notification bell, so if you want to be alerted when the next video comes out, definitely go ahead and hit that notification bell, and you'll be able to see it whenever you're ready. Other than that, I really hope every one of you have an amazing day. Keep your mind sharp, focus your RES, and let's go ahead and build some strong, healthy habits. Other than that, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.